Hello everyone and welcome to the review of People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd. So Ellery Lloyd is actually a dual author. It is, I can tell you for sure, I'm just trying to get to that jacket here. So Ellery Lloyd, it says on the back flap here that Ellery Lloyd is the pseudonym for London-based husband and wife writing team Colette Lyons and Paul Litos. So it's a husband and wife team. I don't know. I thought this was well done. I gave this 3 stars. So you were following 2 perspectives. Emmy is one, and Dan or Danny is the other one. I'm trying to find the Dan. So those are the 2 primary perspectives. So, and they are husband and wife in this book. So Emmy is a famous Instagrammer. Her channel is Mama Bear. And so she posts a lot of what it's like to be a mother, some of which may not actually be stuff that she experienced, and things like that. But she also gives advice, and sometimes she thinks she's not really giving advice, that she's just like kind of says a random thought on it, but it's like, we'll just take it with a grain of salt type of thing, or that's what she thinks because she has no experience with it. Sometimes she says she has experience with something when she doesn't, and then later on she says she does not have experience. But anyway, so she's famous. She has a massive following of mothers and people who thoroughly kind of like almost worship her. And she has an agent, and she does this deals. She gets free merchandise. So she's a big deal on Instagram. And her husband is trying, he has a book out, and he's trying to write a second book. So he's an author. And you also see, so you have some perspectives directly from Emmy and her experience as being this famous Instagrammer, of dealing with her kids, dealing with people, and how she has to kind of portray this certain persona on Instagram and in real life, just in case someone that follows her on Instagram happens to see her in real life. So, and how she's more of her actual self when it's just her and her husband at home. So that was interesting. Dan is very much down to earth. It's like he's kind of annoyed with things that his wife does, but he just kind of goes along because he loves his wife and wants her to do what she likes to do and wants to support her. So that's pretty much what you get from Dan. You also get these letters that are like, that's like this person that talks about how she really views Emmy. And this particular person is like a follower, so she actually sees things that are posted, but there's a reason she's doing that. She has become almost pretty much a stalker, so warning for that. And kind of her plans and what she's going to do to interfere with Emmy's life. There's not really any reference to what she's going to do to hurt Dan, but she wants to cause harm to Emmy. And things like that. So you are following from that person's perspective as well. So it's kind of like it's 3 different perspectives. And you get the reason why. Now, definite warning for death of a child, accidental and attempted murder, and suicide is another one. So this does have some stuff that are kind of harder to read. So definitely, caution on that. The hardest one was the issue with the child. Now, when I say child, I'm talking like infant, not even toddler age, maybe at the start of toddlerhood, but definite harming of the children in this. So definitely caution going into it. But I liked this. I gave this 3 stars. I actually just purchased another book by this author duo. I think they only have the 2 out so far that I'm aware of. So I like the tagline it says followed by millions, watched by one. And that's an elusive line to watched by one as far as the stalker goes. And it just shows you how easy people can manipulate others how others can be manipulated, because you do get it on both sides, how easy people can be lied to, how there are people that it's like you let into your life that you think you can trust, and so you give them full access to your life, but then you can't trust them. So there are things like that, and yet there are times where you are very cautious because you have been slightly burned by those interactions. So there's not really much to say this. You definitely need to read this. And the reason why I say there's not much to say about this is because it is a kind of like this is a thriller mystery. And so I don't want to give any of the twists away. Just content warnings, just the very basic what it is, and just that I liked it. I definitely look forward to reading more of this. This is definitely one where I thoroughly enjoyed it while I was reading it. But before I would pick the book up, my mind would kind of go, is there other stuff I'd want to read or other stuff I want to do? But then I enjoyed it when I read it. So that's why I'm giving it a 3-star, just because I wasn't always itching to get back to it. It was more like, okay, I want to read. I am in the middle of this one, so let's go ahead and read this. So, I don't know. Really, I actually really did enjoy it. 3 stars. I keep saying that. I don't know why I'm being so repetitive, but yeah. And I think what also made this interesting is to see how big and popular social media is, and the fact that it took that from the point of Instagram. It'd be interesting to have, if someone were to write a book about life of what someone does on Facebook, or if that already exists, or Twitter, or Twitch, or TikTok, or whatever, MySpace that used to exist, and what their life revolved around that and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting. I have seen a few more books that does revolve around people on social media being stalked or hacked or things like that. And so I'm definitely more intrigued to pick those up because I have read this. But I don't know, just with knowing how popular Instagram is and how popular someone can be to where they are complete influencer and that's how they live their lives. I don't know. It was just very realistic when it comes to that, I think. And how very much vain it can turn some people, and other people just get annoyed by it, and so you do get kind of all of the emotions almost. And so I did like that, having someone that gets annoyed, and how someone was more that Instagram takes priority even over family and friends, and how if you become so entrenched in this, how you can lose those friendships and those relationships and precious relationships, and lose out on precious moments if you're not living in the moment, type of a thing. And don't take a break from the social media, which is very much needed in many, 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 if not all cases. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It was just really good. I do recommend it. But just again, be aware. Major warning for death of a child, attempted death of a child, suicide, and attempted murder. So, yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this one. So let me know if you've read this and your thoughts on this book. And just until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.